Jason from Tech AU, and today I'm in my Model 3 for a very good reason. We're going to be reviewing this little puppy, which is the Jeda USB hub for the Model 3. Now, this is all the way from the States because these cars are still pretty new in Australia, so that means that most of the accessories are imports, and that's true of this. These guys make a wireless charging pad for your phones in the car, but this is the USB hub, and the goal of this is really to clean up your area down here in the console, which, if I have a look at mine right now, it's full of an Xbox controller, and of course you've got the micro USB cable, the Tesla cam. So there's I'm using the Samsung portable SSD, T5, so 500 gig on here, about 300 gig allocated to the Tesla cam, and the other 200 to media. But to be honest, I haven't really found a huge need to put media on there, given that we've got YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, everything in the car. The main problem is it's just a rabbit's nest of wires and stuff down here, so that's what this guy is supposed to solve. And let's do the unboxing and see if we can't solve that. All right, so we've got some installation instructions inside the box. Cool. And if we take a look at this thing, it's basically looks like it's OEM, which is really, really neat. So absolutely a product that I would want to put in my car. Needs to kind of have that attribute, and this one does. So I'm led to believe that, so this hidden compartment in here is where the SSD is going to go. So I'm going to disconnect everything in here at the moment. Get rid of this. So remove all the messy cables and wires for the minute, and then we'll slowly add those back in. So there's nothing in there at the moment, and the idea is that these two USB ports connect to the USB ports in there, but I think it might be a little easier if we get this door off, and that then we actually put the SSD in now rather than later. Cool. So it's neat that they've actually included this. So this is a magnetic attachment, and so that's supposed to stop it rattling inside here. And they've also got the little micro or short cable, USB cable, which is cool. There's a little bit of plastic on here, which I'll just remove. It's usually very rewarding to remove that kind of plastic, but yeah, nobody would see it, but it's just something I like to do. So this is USB-A to USB-C, which is cool. It's exactly what I need for this drive. So USB-C in here, USB-A in here, and we should really, this has got 3M tape on the back of it built in, so should actually attach that to the drive. Cool, like that. So what that'll do now, that's a bit magnetic, and so that'll actually stick it to there. It's just kind of a happy coincidence that I had a red drive and a red background there, but it's all good. So this basically just is the plate that covers it up. And so the big advantage we've got here with this thing is that we're going from just two USB-A ports in here, which is a little light on, to be honest, and that converts into two USB-A ports, so you get that replicated, but also adds a two USB-C. So if you've got other accessories, like I've got a couple of GoPros that often travel with me, USB-C to USB-C, you'd be able to charge those up on the go, which is great. So let's have a go at installing it. And so this is a pretty snug fit down here, but that's the goal, is to line it all up, and then we're just going to slot it in. And when we do that, it's going to look like it came from the factory that way. A little bit of wrestling, and just line those ports, which is not particularly easy to see. Yeah, cool. There and there. Okay. All right. Once you have those aligned, it was actually pretty easy. So, man, that looks very tidy. That's cool. All right, so with that installed, we start adding stuff back. So the drive obviously has that USB connection and it's feeding Tesla dashcam, and we see that back up here. It's able to record, and that's exactly what we want. So that's actually freed up one of these cables. That's good. I can pop this back on. So what I will be doing is getting the wireless charger from Jeda Wireless as well. I've actually already bought that, so it's on its way. So I probably don't want to even really install those USB cables. It's just kind of a nice thing. Most of the time my phone's pretty much charged overnight and making it through a day, but this is a real neat one. So to play the games in the car, obviously you need the Xbox controller, usually for the second person, because the primary person can use the steering wheel and pedals and stuff, of course. But there we go. That's pretty much what I think I'll end up with most of the time. As I said, I'll probably end up with maybe some GoPros charging and that sort of stuff, but it really saves you having those extra USB ports. Saves you sort of trying to leverage the rear ones and sort of route cables and all that sort of fun stuff. So I think that's probably it. That's all we need. And that is very easy. One of the easiest mods I've ever done to a car, but very cool indeed. So you can see the Xbox is getting power, and that hasn't interfered with the dash cam or anything like that, which is perfect and exactly what we want. So what a nice little product. I just love how OEM it is. Just absolutely looks like it's from factory. If you want one, head over to getjeda.com, and we'll have a link in the description. So yeah, thanks a lot.